All right, everyone. This is a official document here of the agreement between the United States of America and the People's Republic of China. The trade agreement signed on December 13th, 2019. This is just the fact sheet. So let's get into it. The U.S. and China reached an historic and enforceable agreement on a Phase 1 trade deal that requires structural reforms and changes to China's economic trade regime and intellectual property, technology transfer, agriculture, uh, financial services, currency, and foreign exchange. The Phase 1 agreement includes a commitment by China that it will make substantial additional purchases of U.S. goods and services in the coming years, and it establishes a strong dispute resolution and ensures implementation and enforcement. The U.S. has agreed to modify its Section 301 tariff across its significant ways. So the below provides the Phase 1 deal. So for intellectual property, the concerns of the trade secret, pharmaceutical related intellectual property, geographical indications, trademarks, and enforcements against pirated and counterfeit goods. A technology transfer. It settles unfair technology transfer practices of China identified in the Section 301 USTR's investigation. China agreed to end its long-standing practice of pressuring foreign companies to transfer their technology to obtain market access and receiving advantages from the government. China also commits to provide transparency, fairness, and due process in administrative proceedings, and to have technology transfer and licensing take place on the market terms. So China further commits to refrain from directing or supporting outbound investments, to acquiring foreign technology, to create distortion in industrial plans for the agriculture here. The trade will support dramatic expansion of U.S. food, agriculture, seafood, product exports, American farm, fish, economic activities to promote job growth. Mostly just seafood and dairy and like pet food. For agriculture here, biotechnology, and financial services, we see a number of long-standing trade and investment barriers to U.S. providers to a wide range of financial services, including banking, insurance, securities, and credit rating services, among others. So I don't know what that implies. These barriers include foreign equity limitations and discriminatory regulatory requirements. Okay. So this should allow U.S. financial service providers to compete on a level playing field with the Chinese market, is apparently what they're saying. For the currency, the unfair currency system, and promoting transparency and accountability, to exchange rate stability, and so China can't use practice to unfairly compete with US exporters. Expanding trade, the commitment from China to import various US goods and services over the next 2 years, and no less to exceed over $200 billion. China's commitment covers US manufactured goods, food, agriculture, seafood, energy products and services. China's increased imports of US goods and are expected to continue on the same trajectory for several years after 2021, and should contribute significant rebalancing of the US-China trade relationship. Finally, the dispute resolution sets forth an arrangement to ensure the effective implementation of the trade agreement and to allow the parties to resolve disputes in a fair and expeditious manner. This arrangement creates regular bilateral consultations at both the principal level and the working level. It also establishes strong procedures for addressing disputes related to the agreement, allows each party to take proportionate responsive actions that it deems appropriate. So that is basically it for the trade agreement between the United States and China. Main takeaway is they're expanding trade to rebalance the currency system. China buying $200 billion worth of US goods over 2 years, and even projected further, and to hopefully resolve trade in a way that balances it into the US's favor. So basically that's about it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like this video and subscribe, and please stay tuned for the next one.